It's amazing to think about. We use language every single day, right? But it really has this incredible power. Like it can completely change how we see the world and open up all these possibilities, things we never even realized were there. And that's what we're diving into today. How language, well, it's way more than just words. It's like this fundamental way we connect with each other.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we often just think of language as a tool to get our point across, but when you really look at it, it's the very foundation of human connection, right? It goes so much deeper than just basic communication.
Exactly. Learning a new language, I mean, it's not just about understanding the words in a sentence, it's more about building real relationships with people from all over. And I can only imagine all the amazing stuff that comes from those interactions.
And it's really interesting. Each language is not just like different words and grammar. It's a whole way of thinking. It carries the history, the culture, the perspectives of millions of people. So learning a new language, it's like you're stepping into a whole new way of understanding the world, isn't it?
It totally is. Okay, so let's get into some real world benefits here. How does this ability to understand and connect actually play out in, say, bridging cultures and economies?
Well, imagine language as a literal bridge. It lets you connect with another culture so much deeper than if you were just looking in from the outside. You begin to understand not just what people are saying, but the values and ideas behind those words, the stuff that shapes their whole society.
That makes so much sense. And in our world today, everything's so connected. I've heard that speaking multiple languages can give you a real advantage professionally.
Oh, it definitely does. In the global job market, language skills can lead to some serious economic benefits. People who speak more than one language, they can earn on average, 5, 10, even 20% more.
Wow, that's a huge plus.
It is. And it's not even just about the money, right? Knowing multiple languages opens up a ton of opportunities. I mean, you could have an international career. You can build partnerships with people in other countries. You can learn about innovations happening across the globe that you might miss otherwise.
So it's really about expanding your horizons in so many ways. But let's move on to the personal side of things. How does learning a new language impact us on an individual level?
This is where it gets really fascinating. When you try to speak to someone in their language, it shows a huge amount of respect for their culture and traditions. And that one simple thing can build stronger relationships and avoid a lot of those misunderstandings that can happen between people from different backgrounds.
I totally see that. Like when you travel, there's a big difference between expecting everyone to speak your language and being able to actually talk to locals. You're going to have a way more authentic experience if you can speak their language.
Exactly. And beyond the cultural connections, learning a language is a workout for your brain. It challenges you, improves your memory, and you know what? It can even make you better at solving problems.
Oh, yeah. I've heard it can even make you a better multitasker.
That's right. Research shows people who are bilingual, they often have better multitasking skills, and they tend to be more creative thinkers too. And on a personal level, each new language you learn is almost like unlocking a new part of yourself. It builds confidence, makes you more adaptable, and just gives you a broader perspective on life.
It's like you're gaining a new way of seeing the world and yourself. But looking at the bigger picture, how does all this connect to the huge global challenges we're facing?
Well, think about issues like climate change, global pandemics, inequality. These problems go way beyond any one country. If we're going to solve them, we need countries to work together. And to do that, we need clear communication, and that's where language skills come in.
Because you can't work together if you can't even understand each other.
Exactly. When we can speak each other's languages, it helps build trust, which is so important for working together on a global scale. The more we understand each other, the more united we become. And that means we can accomplish so much more when it comes to these big challenges.
So in the end, it all comes back to connection and understanding, but on a massive scale.
I think so. Language is such a powerful tool. It connects us to new opportunities, to each other as individuals, and to our potential as a global community trying to build a better future.
This has really given me a lot to think about. So for anyone listening, if you've ever thought about learning a new language, it sounds like there are tons of benefits waiting for you. Whether you try an app, find a language partner, or dust off those old textbooks, taking that first step can really open up a whole new world.
Absolutely. The world is waiting to hear your voice in all the languages you can learn. It's an amazing journey, and it could lead to a more connected, understanding, and successful future for everyone.
That's some powerful stuff. Thanks for exploring all this with me today.